So now today we are going to talk about the money bill. Money bill is basically when you do the budgeting of the country, that how much money is going to spend on what kind of development, how much money is going to be spent on roads, how much money is going to be spent on education. So all that comes in your money bill. It's basically budgeting. Okay. Procedure subject to money bill, whether a bill is a money bill or not, is the decision by the Speaker of the Lok Sabha. So Lok Sabha Speaker decides whether a particular bill is an ordinary bill or a money bill. A bill containing recommendation of budget or financial matter is called as money bill. So any bill that contains recommendation or suggestions related to budget, related to financing, is called as money bill. The budget at the center is presented around 28th February in Lok Sabha, mostly by the finance minister. So the finance minister on 28th February presents the budgeting tour in the parliament, okay, at the Delhi government, and specially done by the finance minister. All the money bill are first presented in Lok Sabha, which passes through the following process. So money bill is first introduced in Lok Sabha and it passes through the following process. A preliminary discussion is carried out on money bill presented in Lok Sabha. So in Lok Sabha, when a bill is presented, normal discussion happens in the Lok Sabha about what exactly the bill is, what should be the changes needed, etc. Okay. The expenses mentioned in the budget are discussed upon. The finance minister presents all the numeric details of the budget in the parliament. So how much expenses like kharcho, how much kharcho is there, how much money is there, how much money is required, all the numeric number or the money number is given, like 23 crores will be spent on trains, this will be spent here. So all the numeric numbers is given by the finance minister in the budget in the parliament. All the ministers like agriculture, science, defense, trade, business and human resource department, etc. put forth their demand in front of the Lok Sabha, and then the voting is carried out to get the permission of the demands. So various ministers at various levels like agriculture minister, science minister, defense minister, trade minister, business minister, human resource department ministers, they put forward the demand that we also need money, this is our expenditure, we need this much money. So according to their demands, voting is done in the parliament. Sources of income and taxes are separately presented in the budget and both are separately approved. So how much income is there in the country, how much tax is the country paying, how much tax are we collecting. So all that is a separate section in the money bill in the Lok Sabha. The bill approved in Lok Sabha first is sent to the Rajya Sabha for recommendation. The Rajya Sabha has to return it in the Lok Sabha with necessary recommendation within 14 days. So bill first comes in Lok Sabha. After Lok Sabha, it goes to Rajya Sabha. Now let's say if the Rajya Sabha wants to give some recommendation or suggestion, then it has to do within the 14 days and return back the bill. Lok Sabha can either accept or reject the total or partial recommendation of Rajya Sabha. So it's up to Lok Sabha whether they want to accept some parts of the suggestions or whether they want to accept everything or they don't want to accept at all. It's totally upon Lok Sabha when the bill comes back from Rajya Sabha. If a money bill is not returned to Lok Sabha within 14 days by Rajya Sabha, the bill is considered to be passed by Rajya Sabha. So let's say कि within 14 days, if Rajya Sabha does not return back the money bill to Lok Sabha with suggestion, then it is automatically understood that the bill is passed by the Rajya Sabha also. If Lok Sabha accepts the recommendations of Rajya Sabha, the bill is considered to have been passed by both the houses of the parliament. Now let's say कि Lok Sabha accepted the recommendations or the suggestions of Rajya Sabha and makes modification or makes changes in the bill. Then again when the bill is passed, it is considered to be passed by both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. It will not again go to Rajya Sabha, okay? So once Rajya Sabha gives suggestion and let's say Lok Sabha accepts the suggestion and makes necessary changes, then the bill is considered to be passed by both the houses of the parliament. But if Lok Sabha rejects the recommendations of Rajya Sabha and the bill is again passed in the Lok Sabha, the money bill is deemed to have been passed by both the houses of the parliament. Hence, in the matter of money bill, the Rajya Sabha has limited powers. Now, let's say ki Lok Sabha does not accept the recommendation of Rajya Sabha. Okay, let's say the bill comes back to Lok Sabha and Lok Sabha again passes the bill. Then the bill will not go to Rajya Sabha again. Okay, it will be considered that Rajya Sabha has also passed the bill. So in matters of finance, in matters of budgeting, Rajya Sabha does not have as much powers as Lok Sabha has. Okay. After the money bill has been passed by both the houses of the parliament, it is sent to the president for his assent. The president has to sign the money bill. If the budget is not passed in the house, then the government has to resign. So once the money bill goes to the president has to sign the money bill. Budgeting is very important. Let's say the Lok Sabha fails to do the budgeting. Let's say they are not able to produce a money bill. Then the government who is there in power has to resign. Apart from this, in both the houses of the parliament, the social, economic, political, defense and foreign matters are discussed. So even in parliament, society matters, economic matters, political matters, defense matter, foreign matters, all these matters are discussed and talked about. The Lok Sabha mentions and monitors and controls the workings of executive, cabinet of ministers and the bureaucrats. So Lok Sabha also makes sure that all the executive bodies, all the cabinet ministers, all the bureaucrats are IAS, IPS officers, all of them are working properly or not is something which the Lok Sabha sees. It is the work of the elected members to see that the funds of public are utilized properly. So people, see, we have voted for people, we have voted for them, right? So these ministers have to make sure that the money that has to be used in public matters, the money that has to be used for public should be used in proper way. There should be no corruption. Lok Sabha has direct control over the use of public funds. So whatever public pays the tax, there is road tax, there is income tax, there is house tax. So we pay all these tax. So what they are trying to say is that the Lok Sabha has direct control over these taxes which are paid by the public without the consent of the houses of the parliament. Without the consent of the houses of the parliament, the parliament has no new taxes can be levied on improvement in the existing taxes can be done. So what they are saying that you need the consent or you need the approval of both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha if you want to introduce a particular tax or you want to start a particular tax. So એવું નથી કે લોક સભા આપની મરજીથી એક tax introduce કરી દીધો. No, both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha has to approve a tax in order to introduce a new tax. The houses of the parliament are called the custodians of the public funds as it is controls the functioning of the executive. Besides this, the parliament has the power to remove the president, the vice president, chief justice of Supreme Court as well as High Court, chief election commission, auditor general or attorney general under the charge of proven misbehavior and inefficiency or violation of constitution through the process of impeachment. Okay, so what happens is that the parliament makes sure that the public funds, that is the money that is paid as a tax by the people is used in the best way, is used for the betterment of people. Apart from this, parliament has the power to remove people from the position. So all these people like the president, vice president, chief justice of Supreme Court, High Court, all these people can be removed from this position through a process which is called impeachment. It is totally different. They don't go to court. Okay, that is a different process. What the process is, I am not going to go into the detail because it will get confusing. Okay, they do lot of voting and this and that, and there's a lot of technical things in impeachment. But the parliament can remove the vice president and the president and the other people from their positions if they feel that they are not working properly, or let's say they are not working with accordance to the Constitution of India. Then they can be removed by the parliament.